I have the great fortune of now introducing you to Elder Darlene McIntosh, who also is the Chancellor, the 8th Chancellor for the University of Northern British Columbia. And I'm so honored, Elder McIntosh, that you have come to bless us with your presence at our conference.
Hadi.
Hadi. Hadi.
There are some people who know what it means. So it is my honor and pleasure to be here talking about spirituality. What I have called it is Indigenous ways of being, connecting with spirit. And as the previous speakers have talked, it is about synchronicity and how everything is so interconnected. It's like this big continuous circle that keeps on going around and around, and it is so interesting. So, in the carrier Dakelh language, when I say hello, it is Hadi. I would like to acknowledge the traditional territories of Treaty 7 peoples. And I give thanks to the elders, the youth, and the community members for allowing me to present on their territories. And to all of you who have come to witness this presentation, I'm so happy you're here. I want to talk a little bit about one of our elders, Elder Mary Gucci. In the Lheidli T'enneh First Nations, Lheidli T'enneh is from Prince George. Lheidli is a carrier Dakelh word, which means the confluence of the two rivers, the Nechako and the Fraser. T'enneh is of the people. So, we as a community have lost our cultural traditions, our language, as we were urbanized in the city of Prince George. We were so lucky to have one of our eldest elders, Mary Gucci, who was our knowledge holder, as she spoke and wrote the carrier language. It was a sad day when Mary passed in 2019 at the age of 97 years old. When our elders pass away, the book of knowledge is closed. And it's like my mother, when she passed, I had so many questions to ask her, as she was a residential school survivor. But when you're young, and when she talked about what she went through, it was too hard for me. I couldn't listen to it. I turned away. I wouldn't listen to it. And now today, I wish she was still alive because I have so many questions to ask her. So, Mary was a matriarch, not only to her family, but to the whole community. And that included the community of the city of Prince George. She was such a giving person, expecting nothing in return. And Mary is so missed in our community. And why I talk about her is because when my mom came out of residential school, the language basically was knocked out of her. So she did not speak it. So therefore, she didn't teach us. So the few words that I say that I know come from our elder, Mary Gucci. So, next one. So now, Indrani is going to introduce me.
Thank you, Darlene. A proper introduction. So, Elder Darlene McIntosh is an elder with the Lheidli T'enneh First Nation and was reappointed to the University of Northern British Columbia Board of Governors as Chancellor for a second term in 2022. She is the 8th Chancellor at University of Northern British Columbia. And prior to taking on the role of Chancellor, she was a key member of the UNBC Lheidli T'enneh Translation Initiative team that led to the creation of the entrance sign in the Lheidli T'enneh dialect of the Dakelh language that reads Nizdeh, Nekeyoh. How do I say that?
Hohudil'eh, Baiyoh of the House of Learning.
Or the House of Learning. Thank you. Elder McIntosh also works as a cultural advisor at the College of New Caledonia, where she provides holistic support, encouragement, and guidance to Indigenous students, staff, and faculty. And she promotes understanding of Indigenous culture, values, and protocols. Elder Darlene has a gift of weaving her spiritual connection into words that resonate beyond her responsibilities as elder, advisor, and teacher. She has additionally authored publications that focus on decolonization and education. UNBC Board of Governors Chair Joel McKay highlights, she is a true champion for the region, supporting and celebrating the best of UNBC's achievements.
Thank you. Next one. So, I am going to start you with a meditation to ground you. And so what I want you to do is get comfortable in your chairs, okay? Get nice and comfortable. Allow the chair to support you. I want you to we can turn it down a bit. I would like you to put both feet flat on the floor. And if possible, I would like you to close your eyes so that you're not distracted by your neighbor or anything around. So I want you to start taking a couple of deep cleansing breaths. As we breathe into our body, we take that breath through our nose and then we slowly exhale it out of our mouth, making it long and slow. As you breathe into your body, you're connecting to a deeper level of yourself. Your authentic self, your true self. You start to have a deeper connection with self as you acknowledge your breath coming into your body. So as you breathe into your body, where is that breath going? Does it stop in your chest? Are you able to pull it down into your stomach? And all you're doing is witnessing where the breath is going. You're not critiquing it, and you're not forcing it. You're just allowing. So with each breath, you feel yourself sinking comfortably in your chair. When we breathe into our body, it's just not a physical body. This body is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It is your sacred temple. So as you breathe into your body, just take a check throughout your whole body and see where the tensions are. And wherever the tensions are, you breathe into that part. You circulate that breath. You pull it out to the exhale and let it go. We know our shoulders and the neck carry a lot of our tensions, our anxieties, and our fears. So focus on your shoulders and take that breath and circulate all through that area. lift. Feel it start to slide down your shoulders, down your arms, down your fingertips. And feel it drop onto Mother Earth. Mother Earth takes your burdens and she transmutes them into a positive energy. And with a smile on her face, she gives it back to you to fill your vessel as much as you need. Imagine yourself out early this morning outside, standing in the east direction. Every day the sun comes up in the east direction. As you face the east, you start to see the sun come up. You feel the heat of the sun on your face and your body. You feel the breeze blowing your hair. It feels like feathers caressing your body. You hear the chirping of the birds. You see the flowers, the beautiful colored flowers flow as the wind blows through them. What does the day give you? It gives you a new day, new beginnings, and new possibilities. It gives you a clean slate every morning on how you want your day to start. And this we are grateful for. Now take that breath and pull it all the way down into your feet. You feel your feet sink into the deep, rich soil of Mother Earth. You can smell the richness of her soil. You can feel it between your toes. And there she grounds you into today, into this very moment, to what will be taking place. In this very moment, we come together as one. And this we are grateful for. As we now talk about medicine, and what does medicine mean to me? Medicine means different things to different people. For me, everything that is around me is medicine. As I look to you, I see you as medicine for me. You give me joy in this beautiful world we call Mother Earth. When I see the sun rise, this is medicine. When I drink water, water has life. It heals and vibrates to what you bless it for. With each step forward as I walk and absorb my surroundings, that is medicine. To see a smile on someone's face as they return that smile that you gave them, that's medicine. When I do groundings, this is medicine. When I say a prayer, that also is medicine. When I give someone, that is medicine. As a reciprocal approach has a good feeling to it. When somebody is truly listening to me and hears me, This is medicine. We make medicines from Mother Earth, but someone would have to have a special gift to do that. When someone drums and sings and dances, that is a powerful medicine. All the above is attached to healing, because sometimes it's one and the same, and that is medicine. So as we breathe into our body, that's okay, let that go. Breathe back into your feet. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel yourself whole and complete coming back into your body. Now open your eyes. That's okay, that's okay. And as you open your eyes, does everything feel a little bit clearer for you? Do you feel more settled in your body? And what a better way to start our day is to be connected to our environment, to people around us, because you've said what your day is going to be like. So now I'm going to talk about the sacred ceremony of smudging. In many cultures, they perform cleansing ceremonies. In the Catholic Church, for instance, the priest will light an incense ball. He then swings that incense ball towards the congregation. What is he doing? He's cleansing his congregation. In the Buddhist tradition, they light incense sticks. The smoke from the burning sticks send their prayers to their Holy One, our Holy One. Many cultures cleanse by taking dips in the river, the lakes, the creeks. In the First Nations traditions, as we cleanse our auric field, we smudge. In the old days, we would start a big fire outside. We would cleanse with smoke from that fire. Or we would use water and a feather. Nowadays, we use an abalone shell or whatever container you want. And of course, Creator gifted us with 4 sacred medicines, which are tobacco, sage, sweetgrass, and cedar. And they all have their gift of properties. The first one was tobacco. When you harvest anything from Mother Earth, you need to ask permission. And we know that we will get that permission, and so we lay down tobacco. Or when we burn tobacco, the smoke that rises sends our prayers to Creator. Sage is a feminine energy. It does a cleansing inside and outside of your body, and it is also a protection for you. Then we have sweetgrass, which is considered the hair of Mother Earth. And what does that do? It brings in that unconditional love, that kindness that we need to share with each other. And then we have cedar, and cedar is a major protection medicine that's used in sweat lodges. You could put it outside your house. So you can use one, or you can combine the medicines, and it just depends on what intent you have. I use sage because it always comes to me. So, what is smudging? The sacred ceremony of smudging. I consider it as inclusive, which means that we invite everybody in. We're not selective of who can and who can't. We are not inclusive or exclusive. We are inclusive. So we invite everybody to participate, or at least to experience the sacred ceremony. When I have people who say, oh, I don't believe in that, I don't want to do it. That's not the point. The point is experience it and see you either like it or you don't like it. And that's okay, but just experience it. So everybody practices a belief, and within that belief you have ceremony. The smudging ceremony awakens you to being in the present moment, not living in the past, not living in the future. The future is unknown. It does not exist in this very moment. We are in the present dealing with what we call life. In our culture, this is one of the most sacred self-healing ceremonies that we can do. The more you partake in the ceremony, the more you'll feel like you're in the state of grace. The smudging ceremony is like taking a bath. On the physical, you wash yourself, cleanse all parts of your body. And with the burning of sage that I use, you're giving yourself a spiritual bath on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels of who you are. So we face the east direction. You're bringing in the energy of the morning, whether it's sunny, rainy, snowing, whatever the day is. In the east, the energy brings in a new day, a new beginning, allowing yourself to be present to the new day and all of its possibilities. As the day unfolds, you can make new choices for yourself. And with pure intent from your heart, you ask Creator to take your burdens so that you may walk lightly throughout the day, having clarity of thought, balance, and harmony in your emotions. We honor the east direction where the grandfathers and the grandmothers reside. As we pray, we ask for the energy that allows us to rejuvenate our body, mind, and soul. You are made up of energy like everything else in this world. You each have a vibration that is unique only to yourself. So if you can imagine billions of people on this earthly plane vibrating to their own unique sound. This vibration is the sound that holds you together. And when that sound or that song starts to fade and drift away, we know that we are leaving to go to spirit world. You have an aura around your body that is uniquely your own. Your field collects information on all levels of who you are. As individuals, not only do you come to work every day, there are built-in stresses that continually happen on a daily basis. The system is set so you have no control. You are burdened by something new every day. After a very busy day, you have to attend to your personal needs. Maybe go to the grocery store, pick something for dinner, pick up kids, run them to their practices, whatever else needs to be done. You may be a single parent, or maybe a grandparent looking after your grandchildren. You are continually multitasking. At the end of the day has come and gone, and you haven't stopped. How do you bring balance and harmony into your lives? At this point, I would liken you to a computer. You are filled up with information that no longer serves you. So what do you do with a computer that begins to slow down or crash? You defrag your computer, getting rid of the bugs, getting rid of all what is now useless information that's clogging up your computer system. Now with that analogy, that's what smudging does for you. We are defragging your system. cleansing it up and getting rid of anything that does not serve you in the moment. It is a spiritual cleansing on all of who you are, your sacred self. So I would like a volunteer at this point, if something can come up. I'd like to share something with you.
Two's okay, right?
Yeah, it's a race. Okay.
It's a race.
Okay.
And now you do it right there.
Okay. I'll just get you. Your name?
Jamie.
James?
Jamie.
Jamie. Okay. So Jamie, stand right there for a moment. So, like everyone here, we have this auric field. So stretch your arms out, Jamie. Now her auric field is like in a circle, as wide as her hands stretch out around her, in the front and the back. She's in this bubble. Okay, put your hands down. So now, I'm in her field and she's uncomfortable. Look at how far I'm in her field. I'm going to start to back out here. No, you stay there. So I would say she's more comfortable at this distance with me. So that's what I'm talking about when we have this auric field around us, this invisible field that we can't see. And some of us have fields way out here because we don't trust anybody or it's too open. But as we come in, we have this place and it stops because that's her protection. And she's pretty open to me. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate what I do when I do smudging. Okay, so
Yep.
We'll just wait here.
Yep. Do you want me to hold this?
Yes. Okay, come with me. So now you can have 10 people doing smudging and it'll all be different. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And where it comes from is from your heart, your intent. So this is how I would do it. Okay. So I'll just do it myself and then I'll say what I said after, okay? Okay, so just face me, Jamie. So as Jamie comes to me, she wants to start her day in a good way, or there's something that's troubling her. So she comes and she wants the cleanse of her field to get rid of whatever's bothering her. So then she would stand in prayer. If there were other people, they would stand around her. They would be in prayer, supporting her. And usually there's no talking because you want to focus on what you're doing. May your head be cleared. Know your truth. Ears cleared. Hear your truth. Eyes cleared. See your truth. Heart cleared. Feel your truth. Throat cleared. Express your truth. And gentleness and ease. Whatever's in your field that does not align to your eyes, good. May Creator receive it. Burdens be lifted off your shoulders. May your heart be protected. May Creator hear your prayers. Be a day of new beginnings, peace and harmony. And may you have a blessed day. All my relations, and thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
I'll just get you to hold. So what I said was, when I went over her head, may your head be cleared so you know your truth. May your ears be cleared so you hear your truth. May your eyes be cleared so you see your truth. May your heart be cleared so you feel your truth. May your throat be cleared so you express your truth in gentle and ease. Whatever's in your field, may it be given to Creator. May the burdens be lifted off your shoulders. May your heart be protected. We can protect the front of our hearts, right? Cross our arms. How do we protect the back of our heart? And I would go down. May Creator hear your prayers. And I go here. And may you have a blessed day, and that your day be gentle and with ease. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie.
Hey, thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. So, if I was doing it for myself, which you can, or if I'm offering a smudge, they'll either allow me, as Jamie did, or she can smudge herself. So this is what I would say. As I stand in the east direction, watching the sun come up, I acknowledge and give thanks for what this new day will bring. Creator, put the smudge bowl in my hands to be present to the moment. Using my breath, I begin to connect with myself and Mother Earth. Using the eagle feather, I put the sacred burning smudge over my body, cleansing my thoughts, my emotions, and all that clings to me. I am in prayer with Creator. The ancestors are here with me. And when I talk about ancestors, I'm talking about 7 generations back. Each and every one of you have ancestors, no matter where you're, what culture you're from. And remembering that every generation is all and more than the last. So if you become the 7th generation, just think of the knowledge and the wisdom and the tools that you already have from your ancestors. The ancestors are here with me, supporting me as I call out the grandfathers, grandmothers to be with me always. I pray to my ancestors to guide and support me throughout the day. I ask Creator to take my burdens, my sadness, and feelings of being stuck. I am deep, deep in prayer as I immerse my whole being in the energy of what's taking place. I sink into the sweet-smelling earth of the Mother who grounds me into today. Reaching for the sky, I give thanks to Creator who gave me life. The rainbow of colors saturate my eyes, and I know that Creator's heard me. I start my day in a good way, bringing all the energies into balance and harmony. This is what I'm grateful for. Thank you, Creator, Mother Earth, and all my relations. I have to watch a time here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is reflection and relationships. So imagine each of you holding a mirror in front of yourself. Just imagine that. You're looking into the mirror. So you're looking at yourself in the mirror. So what do you see and what are you thinking about? What is your image reflecting back to you? Are they positive reflections or negative reflections? Just sit for a moment and contemplate the images that you're seeing. the thoughts going through your mind, what is it saying to you? What is reflection and its connection with judgment? When we judge unconsciously, without thinking about what we're saying or judging, where does this come from? If you're looking at somebody and you're maybe not thinking nice things about them, where does this come from? Did your parents, grandparents, friends say this and you aligned with that comment? On some level, it's a reflection of your own inner being, reflecting our own inadequacies and what we think about ourselves. So we reflected on somebody else. We are reflecting our own insecurities onto another person. We stop and we think about what we said as we reflect it back to ourselves. That is why we should stay in the moment, to be aware as it's about us and not the other person. If someone is bugging you, look at what bugs you, as again we reflect what it's saying to us. The world today is in chaos and it's constantly dragging us in. We need to stay in the eye of the storm where it's all quiet, balanced, in harmony. So imagine yourself in the eye of the storm. Everything is quiet, balanced, in harmony. But the storm rages around us as we are not grounded in the moment. And it pulls us into that chaos daily, listening to the news and the disaster, the fighting that's going on in Europe, or Trump spouting what he usually spouts. It pulls us in. The world today is so unsettling and it disturbs our well-being. If it starts to pull us into the chaos, all we need to do is stand quietly and deep breathe into our body. We pull that energy back down into our feet, so we reground to Mother Earth. As she regrounds us, we come into our strength of who we are. So that's something to remember whenever you feel overwhelmed or up against the wall. Find a quiet spot, go and start to deep breathe. Truth and reconciliation. So the conversation in the last couple of years has been about truth and reconciliation. So I bring it to each individual. What is your truth and how do you reconciliate that truth? It has become a big issue. It becomes a mandate to all of the world now. It had applied to First Nations people in the government along with post-secondary institutions. We now take it further as it becomes personal and really applies to everything we do. And this is about collaboration and relationship building, which is so very important. We may not like some of the ideas from certain people, but when we start to open up to relationship building, we can hear two sides of the story, not just one. Then we start to break down racism and judgment as we start thinking with open minds and open hearts. What better way to bring peace into this world? When we talk about truth and reconciliation, who's responsible and who starts the conversation? My premise is, meet me at the door. It's a joint union to connect the past. So I'm just going to show you a video that we did at the University of Northern British Columbia on truth and reconciliation. Okay, just leave it. Hadi, welcome to this beautiful campus of UNBC. I'm Darlene McIntosh. I'm an elder with Lheidli T'enneh Nation, but here at the university, I'm also the 8th Chancellor that has been appointed, and it has been my greatest honor to represent our people as the Chancellor here. We're walking the journey through truth and reconciliation. And what does it mean to me, and how do I see the university applying what it means? Truth and reconciliation is a beautiful phrase. It talks about truth. And we have evaded the truth for many, many years through residential school, the 60 scoop, the finding of the 215 graves that just shocked the world. Those are uncomfortable truths, but we have to talk about them. And in talking about it, we have an understanding and awareness. Rather than evading it and ignoring it, we come from post-secondary education. So we need to know what that means, because when you're at the university here, you're into critical thinking. So it makes you pull apart what is being said and what actually is the truth, right? There are many things as an ally you can do. You definitely can be a part of the organization. You can come to Lheidli T'enneh Memorial Park September 30th between 2 and 3 o'clock, where we will do a presentation. And wear your orange. When you wear your orange, that tells me that you're an ally. And I know that with people, they're so afraid to say something to offend, or they're not doing the right thing. Well, how do we learn? We learn by our mistakes. And you're not offending anybody, but at least you're making an effort to be a part of the solution, right? We need to be uncomfortable, we need to understand, and then we move forward. We become part of the solution rather than the problem. How do we collaborate and have conversation and build relationship? It's by doing things that we become vulnerable in, and we're afraid to do it. But when we step out of that into the world that says, I can ask those questions and I'll be okay, and then we understand that now we can become the ally to First Nations people. I have seen fantastic changes. I've seen the shift of energy. I've seen the shift of people being okay with being uncomfortable, learning about our history, right? And in the First Nations Center, we have new leaders, and they're opening up a space to encourage truth and reconciliation, naming everything in the Dakelh heritage language. And it is now today continuing, because it had not been completed. That is one of the initiatives, and then of course the entrance to the university where they changed the name, and the honoring. Every time they have an event, they acknowledge whose traditional territories they're on. So it's showing that respect and that understanding of the people who have been here forever. We are in the beginning of fixing it. At UNBC, they have a motto, and it's called Inchahana, which is a Carrier Dakelh word, which means respecting all forms of life. And that's where we all need to be, respecting everything, because really on this earth plane we're all one. And that includes our beautiful environment, which gives us everything we need. How do we honor her? How do we protect her? When we say respecting all forms of life, we journey together as we walk through truth and reconciliation. Coming into September 30th, where we have Orange Shirt Day, the remembrance of the children that were lost in residential schools, it's a time of remembrance. A time to open and accept what has happened in the past. This part of history can't be changed, but we can change and make the future better for those Indigenous lives that have been affected through trauma of the past. And this is about truth and reconciliation. We're not pointing fingers. All we want you to know is recognize what has happened in the past and be respectful of that. That's all we're asking. Because we can't change it, but we can change the future. We are now changing the future, but recognizing the past. So, in closing, what truths are sitting with, that you're sitting with? Because it is about you, and how are you reconciliating your truth? And it's just something to think about. So in closing, I'm going to give you this poem by Harriet Colac, and it's called What is Gratitude? A state of being, grateful, thankfulness, awakening in the moment of peace. I give thanks to the source of all peace as I set forward into the day. The birds sing with new voices and I listen with new ears and give thanks. Nearby the flowers called angel's trumpet blows in the wind and I give thanks. My feet touch the grass still wet with dew and I give thanks both to my Mother Earth for sustaining my steps and to the seas cycling once again to bring forth new life. The dewdrops become jeweled with the morning sunfire and I give thanks. I can see forever when the vision is clear in this moment. Each moment I give thanks. I give thanks to the source of all peace as I set forth into the day. The birds sing with new voices and I listen with new ears and give thanks. This is a beautiful saying from Thach Nhat Hanh. I think God Creator is on earth, inside every living being, what we call the divine. It's none other than the energy of awakening, of peace, of understanding, and of love, which to be found not only in every human being, but in every species on earth. And I think that's so beautiful. So in closing, I'm going to do a closing prayer because when we open up sacred space, we also have to close it. So, if you can just close your eyes for a moment. Dear Creator, grandfathers and grandmothers, and all of our ancestors, no matter where you're from, as the Indigenous way of being, connecting with Spirit, comes to a close, thank you for this beautiful day and all the energy it has brought us. Thank you for all that has taken place, and thank you for all the participation. Thank you for all the knowledge and wisdom shared. As the winds bring a change of weather, they also bring a change of who we are. As we open our minds and hearts to the intent of bringing peace into this world of ours. We thank Creator for guiding us on the good red road of instituting plans that will work on making us whole in all aspects of who we are. As the sun is high in the sky, warming us in the coolness of the northern energy, it touches our spirit, asking us to come into the wisdom of our hearts. We thank Mother Earth for allowing us to walk softly on her, leaving no footprints. May all those present go home knowing what you have received today will benefit all. May you journey in healing, light, and unconditional love. May your choices be freeing, and with each step growing in spirit. Know that Creator walks with you, feeling and experiencing life through you. May you walk softly on Mother Earth, leaving no footprints. Creator, hear our prayers. Creator, we ask that you keep our people safe today, and may tomorrow be a good day. Until we meet again, Creator, hear our prayers. So I want to thank you for coming and listening to my presentation. I feel such gratitude to be able to tell my story today. My heart is filled with peacefulness, and I hope it is with you also. So in the Dakelh carrier word, we would say masi, which is thank you, or I would say masi cho, which is a big thank you. But we have this very special word, and this conveys what I feel today towards you. We would say the word snachelia, which means it is the deepest heartfelt thank you that you can have in our language, and it means you honor me as I honor you. Thank you, snachelia.
Snachelia.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elder McIntosh. Snachelia.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I guess, is there any questions or?
Oh, yes. Is there any questions or comments for Elder McIntosh?
Okay, good.
Oh, there's one over here. So I'll just bring both of these things over. And
As I was listening to your presentation, which was very touching and moving, it struck me when I think of working with clients with depression, I'm wondering from the Indigenous perspective how you look at depression. To me, what came was the spirit has died, and I wondered what your take on it is.
Well, we know depression, you know, in the words of depression, you're depressing something down, right? So you're holding something down. So to me, when you talk to a client who's got depression, we really talk about what their life is like and how they're feeling, and we need to allow them to experience joy. And how would they experience joy? And when you have been depressed for a long time, it takes time to come out of that depression, you know, and it takes time to be grounded. With First Nations people, or maybe with even other cultures, you connect them to their spirit of their culture. And that will help bring them to the point where maybe they can start to open up and realize that they are the creators of their world. You know, a lot of times we look at other people to save us, but remember that nobody looks after us. We need to look after ourselves. And these people that are depressed is like they could have been in trauma or whatever, and they need to look a little bit deeper, you know, and not, you know, when you look and they probably look at the negative part rather than the positive. So you just have to start talking about what's positive in your life and dwell on that, don't dwell on the negativity. Okay.
thank you, Elder McIntosh. Any other questions or comments? Okay, a few at the back. So, yes, that would be great. No, that's okay. I'll come to you.
Thank you. I don't really have a question. I just have a comment regarding truth and reconciliation, taking that from institutional to personal. That's really a huge thing, and using it to look at the systemic oppression or even personal oppression and prejudice, personal biases, you know, especially when we're relating with others. That's really stood out for me. I came late, but I think I'm very grateful to have that as part of what I'm taking out. Thank you.
Thank you. And there was one other question over here.
Just wanted to echo the comment that was just made. Thank you for the comment on truth and reconciliation that gives those of us some guidance on what we can do to support the initiative. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for those very important comments.
Well, thank you for coming, and I was a little bit nervous first time we've done PowerPoint, but you've been a wonderful, wonderful audience, and I'm so grateful for
The connection with you. Just remember that when we come through those doors, we come as individuals. When we come together, we become one, and how important that is. So have a great rest of your 2 more days. This is great. Snachelya.
So, children.